We've been lavishing the love on Rose Hill all this week, and today is no different.
This is the big tour of Oxfordshire, all this week in Rose Hill and Iffley.
BBC Radio Oxford,
Oxfordshire's radio station.
Lilley Mitchell has been along to see the activities being laid on for the young people of Rose Hill at their junior youth club.
Wow, the Norman Brown Hall, which was built in 1984, has never seen such frenzied excitement. The sun is beaming in through the windows. Outside there's hockey practice. Inside there is a Lego area. There's marshmallows and dry spaghetti. They're trying to build the tallest tower. Then we've got the crafty table. Then we've got some skipping ropes and foosball. There's hula hooping. And to fuel all this fun, there's fresh fruit platters. Now, Leah has been taking some money on the door, and soon a bunch of us will venture out to the nearby nature reserve.
We're just collecting money. The people just coming in.
Okay.
Can I just do this though, please?
So how much is it, Leah, to come?
It's 50p to get in for one child. And there's a lot of people here today.
There are. How many do you think there have come?
Say about more than 20. A lot of kids come here every Wednesday and Thursday. It's a little group today, and then the big ones tomorrow. And we're young leaders.
Let's go.
These are walking twos.
Yeah, we're walking.
Can we walk together?
Yeah.
Okay. What can we expect down at the fabulous Nature Reserve? What's it like?
We can look for like creatures and things we haven't seen before, falling down trees. We climb trees.
You climb trees?
We climb trees. We do everything we want. It's just that we look for stuff and we talk about the nature. And he tells us about nature, we talk about it, how he looks after it, what he does about it.
Why is it important to look after nature, do you think, Leah?
Because if we didn't have any trees, we'd be dead.
That's very true.
Because we get oxygen from trees.
What do you think about Andy, who's down there?
Andy tells us what he does in the nature and what he does and how he cares about it.
That's really nice. And Becky, when Andy's told you about an insect, do you then recognise it in your own garden when you go home?
Well, I didn't really grow in my garden.
Okay. But when you're like out and about and you see a ladybird, do you know a bit more about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't it sound fantastic? Well done. Lilley Mitchell at the Junior Youth Club in Rose Hill. 7 minutes to 8 o'clock. All this week, BBC Radio Oxford's big tour of the great county of Oxfordshire has been in Rose Hill. And Lilley Mitchell has been joining the Rose Hill Junior Youth Club on their adventures to the Rivermead Nature Reserve. And Andy Gunn from Wild Oxford was in charge of keeping 10 excitable youngsters and Lilley in order.
So we thought we might do a little bit of bug hunting and a bit of pond dipping today. If anyone wants to try that.
That's a little tadpole. What is that in there?
Sorry?
What's that in there?
That's a water slater, that one. So you see how it goes across the water?
Oh, look at the tadpole. What's it? Look at the fish. Look at the tadpole. Look at the fish. Why is that wood there?
If you look really close at the, look just down there,
Yeah.
you see all of those tadpoles. Yeah, there's tons of them, isn't there? And they're all just using this as a shelter. It helps them keep away from all the predators that are in there, because there's lots of things that'll eat them. We're doing a bit of pond dipping with half of the group, and we're doing sweep netting, looking for bugs with the other half of the group.
What do you hope to encourage in the children while they're doing that?
Well, just the fact that they can come out and do this with their parents as well. Quite a lot of the kids haven't done this sort of thing before, so it's just kind of it's really just letting them know that this place is a place they can come to and enjoy the wildlife, and looking at tiny little things a bit closer often reveals things you didn't know before. So you see the reactions of some of the kids, and they're fascinated by these creatures because they haven't looked at them up close before.
No, they really are.
Yeah.
I mean, was there a moment today when you thought, I think I've done something here?
I think just it always turns out to be the most simple things, and even just somebody caught a bee and they were really fascinated by that, and that's pretty good.
And what I think is great is that actually what these guys have observed and told you about is actually going to help with research.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we were doing was, through these guys doing the pond dipping and the sweep netting and things, all the bugs that we found, we'll now have a bit more survey data on what's actually on the site, so we'll be able to know how to manage it slightly better. And as we go on through the summer and do this more, we'll collect more data, and it will help us more.
What have you caught?
I got a big, hairy-looking spider.
Do you like spiders?
No.
You don't? So you're
They're
glad it's
scary.
now contained in this box here?
Yeah.
How did you find him?
I searched with a net under the ground and I got it in. I put it inside.
Can you just describe what he looks like?
He's brown, hairy. He has patterns in his back.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And spots on his legs.
And have you looked through the magnifying glass in the top here?
Yeah.
See, I think it's actually quite beautiful.
And scary.
It's beautiful and scary at the same time.
Yeah, no, that's possible. That's possible. That's lovely, that, wasn't it? That's Lilley Mitchell with the Rosehill Junior Youth Club adventuring and the Rivermead Nature Reserve. That took me back to my childhood, that. And I was thinking, do you know when you were a kid? Did you ever do this when you were a kid? You go to the go over the dump or go over to the wild place and find a load of frog spawn and then take it home. So your mum looks at you and says, "What's that in the bucket? What's that in your welly?" It's frog spawn. And you're going to do what with it? I don't know. But anyway, it's here. And I was just trying to think, what did I do with that stuff? And you'd stick it in the bath, wouldn't you? And you wait and see if you could grow it so that the little frog's legs eventually grew out of the tadpoles. I don't recall ever having frogs, but maybe I'll ring my mother later and ask her what happened to my frog spawn. 8:26. Shall we go out and about with our Lil?
This is the big tour of Oxfordshire. All this week in Rosehill and Iffley.
BBC Radio Oxford.
Oxfordshire's radio station.
I've been loving this all morning. The Rosehill Junior Youth Club meets twice a week, and on Wednesday, Lilley Mitchell joined them on a trip to a nearby nature reserve. So she's already done some bug hunting and some pond dipping. Here she is, coming face to face with a very special feathered friend.
So excited to see the barn owl, Chloe.
Yeah. Can I tell you about the barn owl?
Yeah.
The barn owl is called Willow, and he's white.
Oh, my goodness me, it's so amazing.
And he's very furry. He's gentle, and owls, they don't have eyes like this, they can see in the darkness. Their eyes glow up when it's night time.
Wow. I'm going to go and see it. Okay, so I'm going to put the leather glove on. What do I have to do, Glenn?
Back her on.
So back her on. She's flapping.
And you're on.
And I'm holding her. Wow, she is actually quite light. Don't want to use the pun light as a feather. Gosh, so she's mainly a kind of milky white with sandy grey outside and piercing black eyes. She's staring at me in her little beak. She's doing that characteristic sharp looking around. I'm just gonna oh, she's trying to fly away. I'm so sorry. Sorry, Willie, you've got to stick with me. She's only pint sized. Her feathers are so soft. It's such an honour to hold something so wild in my right hand.
Does he eat spiders?
Insects, yeah, they do eat some insects.
Nearly gonna touch it. What does it eat for dessert?
Dessert, she has day-old chips.
That's not very tasty for dessert, I don't think.
No.
It's savoury.
Yes.
Glenn, I was just going to ask you, I know you've got to keep an eye on the beautiful, magnificent Willow as she flaps away here. What reaction did you have from the children with Willow today?
Very positive one. Noisy, but very positive. Yeah. As was the first time I brought her over. The sad thing is, last time there must have been 30 some odd kids there and not one of them knew what it was.
But not even that it was an owl, Glenn?
They knew it was an owl of sorts, but unfortunately, because of the way things are, you're losing hedgerows, the old-fashioned barns are going, they're not as prolific as they used to be years ago, so they're not seen as much. And inner-city kids just don't see things like this, unfortunately. It's modern living, I guess. It's all about computer games and...
Do you, sorry, I'm just amazed that this absolutely beautiful creature is just sat there on your arm. Do you ever get immune to the beauty of this wild creature sat on your hand?
No. Never.
It's fantastic. I'm loving this. That was Lilley Mitchell with the Rosehill Junior Youth Club. 5 to 9. We've been following Lilley Mitchell's adventures in the long grass this morning, rambling, and she's also been in the shallow waters of the Rivermead Nature Reserve. She's been talking to Jamie Clark, who's a volunteer officer at the big lottery project in Rosehill, and here you can hear her speaking to one of the beastie hunters who has struck it lucky this morning.
What's your name, sir? I hear you caught a bumblebee. Wow! What was it like to see a bumblebee in that little pot there?
Awesome.
Was it?
Yeah, it was really big.
Was it really big? How big was it? Was it like the size of my thumb?
Yeah.
And what did he actually look like, apart from being black and white? What did he look like?
Fat
Yeah.
and really round.
Fat and round. Now, do you know what bumblebees do?
Sting you and make honey. They don't sting you on purpose,
Don't they?
only if you hurt them. But wasps do.
Wasps sting you on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh no. Jamie Clark, hello.
Hello.
Can you give me the lowdown on what's happening today?
It's a Junior Youth Club session, the Rosehill Junior Youth Club, and we've come to the Rivermead Nature Reserve to do some pond dipping and bug identification. And Glenn has come with his magnificent barn owl, which is called Willow, and it's a beautiful little specimen.
And why did you decide that coming to this nature reserve should be part of the youth club activities?
Because I think it's important that children do things that they wouldn't normally do. I'm a great believer in being for play's sake and taking risks. Taking children down here is a bit of a risk, but it's one that will ultimately pay off.
Have you seen the enjoyment over the weeks when they've been coming?
Yes, definitely. Their eyes widen as soon as they know that the barn owl's coming along, or if they're coming down to the Rivermead Reserve.
What did you like about today?
What did I like about today?
Yeah.
That's an excellent question, Leah. I liked how much fun you were having,
Oh, thanks.
and I liked the sunshine, and I hadn't seen tadpoles in ages and ages, so that was brilliant. You can be my partner, of course you can be my partner. But I think today, the other thing that I really liked was how really green the grass was. Wasn't the grass amazingly green?
It was kind of like greenish.
It was just greenness everywhere, wasn't it?
And there were lots of beautiful flowers, yellow, and so the tadpole turn into frogs.
Well, apparently Andy said those tadpoles are going to turn into toads.
Yeah, toads will, yeah they will.
Do you know the difference between a frog and a toad? Shall I tell you? So a frog has really smooth skin, and a toad is all like warty and bobbly.
I saw a fat toad in my garden.
You saw a fat toad in your garden?
Yeah.
What was he like?
Really horrible because my dad touched it and then it jumped onto my shoulder.
Oh no! What was that like?
Or like bumpy.
Yeah.
When I stroked it.
You stroked the toad? Wow. Did you give him a name?
Yeah.
What did you call him?
Frank.
You called him Frank the Toad?
Yeah.
Lilley Mitchell, with some of the youngsters there at the Rivermead Nature Reserve.